Shabbat Shalom. I'm going last because I promised to keep it short. I had also planned entirely to speak without notes. This is something that I feel strongly about, but then I'm like, I'm going to forget something. So I jotted something I won't be able to read, but it'll sit here in case I'm struggling. I think that many of us here feel strongly about the nation of Israel. And while some of us may not like every single thing that the government does, I think that we feel that the existence of Israel is extremely important. History tells us that the Jewish people need a place now and in the future. And so when October 7th happened, I, like many of you, was shocked, horrified, dismayed, torn asunder, whatever, all these emotions that we had, and devastated. And what can we do? And how can we help? And Nancy and I, yes, we made a donation, but what can we do? And they have 300,000 reservists get called up, right? And you're hearing that all the migrant workers go home, right? And you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, wait a minute, like, how is this country running, right? How are they running with 300,000 reservists called up and all the migrant workers go home? And so when Rabbi Briskin sent out the email that talked about, hey, JNF is putting together this mission trip, this volunteer trip, who wants to go? And Nancy and I talked, and she's like, you should go. And I'm like, I should go. Right? And was Nancy pushing me out? She can answer that herself. But was excited to go and happy to help. Happy to help. And, we talked about, well, why are you here? And we were on the bus 2, which was not as good as bus 1. Any of us on that trip will tell you. And so that's why, as Nancy said, we jumped to bus 1, and we make no apologies. We're here to help, right? We are here to help. And so we did things, and you've heard about some of it. We cleared brush, and we picked fruit, and we pulled weeds, and we made boxes, and we laid sod. And the biggest thing was that we were there to help, and we were there to listen, right? That people in Israel, we got to meet with, and they wanted to tell us. They wanted allies. They wanted, they see out there that like, how is the world turning against us? Like, we're the ones who were attacked. Right? And I think that it meant a lot, and I think that all of us who were there would say that it meant a lot to them that we were there to listen, and we were there to emphasize, to empathize, and to say, we hear you, right? And look, frankly, part of what our job was to come back here and talk to you, right? And to spread the word, and I'll get to that in a second. But so this idea about, like, how can I help? I want to make 2 observations. You've heard a lot of it. There were 2 things in particular that struck me. And again, I think about, well, what can we do, right? How can we help? How can we help, right? So 2 things you should know that struck me on our trip. 1, we were staying at a hotel in the Negev Desert, okay? Beautiful place, beautiful place. It was full of us and evacuees, and that's it, okay? The airport, basically empty. Nobody's there. Nobody's buying stuff, right? Rabbi Goldberg sent the thing out a couple of months ago about the olive oil, right? Why did we do that? We're doing that to support Israel. We're doing that to support the people of Israel. It was great that we could make this that we were just staying in the hotel, right? That we could help that way and keep the economy going. The other thing that struck me especially was one of our tour guides, Yossi, got called up to the reserves in the middle of the trip, right? This is a real thing, right? And so again, when we talk about how can we help, we can help, in my view, at least 3 ways. We can help by donating our time. Those of us who are able to go to Israel or to do things here, right? We can help with our time. And those of us who did it are happy to talk your ear off about how meaningful it was. If you're considering going, we would all say go. If you're not sure, talk to us. Talk to Rabbi who's going, right? That trip is in April, okay? It is meaningful and worthwhile, and you will get back. Going on that trip was one of the great privileges of my life. to be able to go, to be able to meet people, to be able to help in whatever small way that we were helping. And I would suggest that for you. If you cannot go, and if you find that there's nothing you can do here, give money, right? They need money. They need all different kinds of contributions. You can give money to JNF, you can give money to Federation. There are plenty of other things, and all of you know how to access the internet and figure that out, right? You can help with your money. Here's a third way you can help, in my humble opinion. You can help by raising your voice and advocating. And I want to make an observation. I have a good friend, and he said after the 2016 election, he said, I don't know how Hillary Clinton lost. 99% of my Facebook feed voted for her, right? And so my gentle suggestion would be that if what you're doing is you're posting just pictures of the hostages on Facebook, that's not enough, okay? Because who's seeing it? The people here, right? Your Facebook friends are in this room, okay? And so my suggestion is that you think about, who is it that I want to get this message? Who are the allies I want to get? Okay? Call your congressman, call your senator, engage your friends who are not as interested in this as you and encourage them to advocate also. Find your non-Jewish friends. We need allies. We need people who are getting out to spread the message about how bad this is for Israel, for us, for the world, okay? And it is, in my view, critical that we do that. So those are three things that we can all do. We can donate our time, we can donate our money, we can raise our voice and advocate in a strategic way. And I would suggest that for everybody, no matter where you are in life. I think that those are something that everybody here can do. All right, soapbox. Okay, so we talk about, Brett said it, everybody says it, Am Yisrael Chai, right? The people of Israel live. The people of Israel live, damn it, right? And we are living, and we're going to keep doing it. And Grant, I don't mean to wake you, but you're next, right? And you're part of this chain, right? And we are doing this. We are doing this so that Grant and Bram and their children and their children's children will have the same Israel that we had and that we have and that we want for them. And so my challenge is, so what did I get out of this trip? I got everything out of this trip. Like I said, this was one of the great privileges of my life. And I'd encourage all of us here, to think about what it is that we can do to move things forward. Shabbat Shalom.